So, how do you actually go about constructing a giant loop-the-loop ramp? In the finest tradition of British engineering, it started with a sketch in a shed. Then, to help visualise how the loop's joints would go together, they built a 1/10 scale model. Dickie, the fabricator, explained how this was one of their most daunting ever projects.
1/10 scale is 1/10, isn't it? And as soon as we erected the second section, and it's 9 metres off the ground, and we've got to work on it and pull it and push it if it doesn't line up, then it's got a bit worrying.
The sleepless nights for the engineers had begun. They started welding 6 sections that would hopefully fit together to form the loop. A kilometre of box section and 5 tonnes of steel needed to be woven together.
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, yeah. We'll have a go at it, yeah. But sometimes you open your mouth and you probably shouldn't have done.
Solid lengths have to be curved in a press, but because every steel reacts differently to pressure, this all has to be done painstakingly by hand. When each section is completed, it has to be twisted by 7.5 degrees to form the loop. That's no mean feat with something that has so much torsional rigidity.
We did try and get it done on a computer, and the computer turned around and said, "We don't understand what you want."
The solution? Hang a half-ton lead weight used on Lawrence of Arabia from one end, park a forklift truck on the other side, then ratchet down until you get the correct amount of twist. Once set, you have to weld it in place, fast. Finally, 40 checker plates are attached to give Steve a surface to drive on.
Well, this is it, seeing it for the first time. It's a whole lot of metal here. Each of these sections is half a tonne, and there are going to be 6 of them when the loop's complete. And it looks much steeper in real life than I imagined it would be, and it's very, very steep, in fact. Oh, let's see what it's like with the car.
As Steve continued to practice his entry, it became clear that something Dr. Hunt had predicted was true.
If your suspension squashes down,
Yeah.
is the front bumper bar and the back bumper bar going to scrape along the track?
I'm with you. Whoa!
Felt that
Felt
then?
like something hit there, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the front skirt?
Yeah, the valance is
That's what I was concerned about when I looked at it on the pictures.
Obviously, we're going to have to pump the front springs up.
Maybe cut a bit of skirt off as well, perhaps?
Could be.
See
yeah.
what it's like when it's...
Play it by ear, but we'll get it up.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst bit you're going to get there, actually.
Yeah, you know, if it touches, it's going to slow the car down. It's
Yeah.
going to increase the chance of me dropping out the top of this loop.
That's quite important.
It's very important. Thanks for pointing that out, Dick. If I start to steer off when I come into this thing, there's a likelihood that my tyre could touch this and catch me. That'd spin the car and flip me out. That's very, very bad.
Well, Dunlop tyres were chosen to go on the Toyota that was used in the loop Stunt. Dunlop tyres were chosen because of the quality of the product, the renowned grip of the product, but also the fact that Dunlop tyres provide great feedback to the driver, and that's really important when you're doing a stunt like this. The driver needs to know exactly what the feeling of the road is coming up through the steering, and some of the design elements that we put into Dunlop tyres are designed exactly to provide that feedback through the steering of the car.
Everybody that comes along here, like the guys fabricating, they're all saying, well, rather you than me, mate. And I'm hearing that a few too many times now. But this is what I do for a living. But this is an unusual stunt for me. And I am a bit nervous, more than a bit nervous about it.